Alrighty, welcome back everybody to the Immersive Malekith campaign. And before I start talking about this campaign in particular, let me just give a really quick channel update. By the time this one goes live, you may have noticed that I have started uploading a new Skaven campaign, that being a Deathmaster Snitch campaign using SFO Grimhammer. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, and the don't basically, I guess the one thing that I want to say about that is, don't worry, that is not going to alter the schedule, the timing of all of the other campaigns that are going on right now. I can intend to continue to get the 4 main campaigns coming out on a daily basis. I just had some extra time over this last weekend, and I was in the mood to play some Skaven, and so I started playing them. And anyway, I will only continue to upload those Clan Nation videos on the side. They will not be, at this point, replacing any of the campaigns that are going on. Having said that, there are 2 campaigns that I want to call attention to, one of them being the Tamarkan campaign, which, even though ironically enough, Clan Eshin declared war on us in our most recent episode of that, which is going to slow down the completion of that campaign. Despite that happening, I don't think it's going to slow us down all that much. There's still going to be some more episodes left, and I do plan to finish that campaign, but I don't think it's going to go on a whole lot longer before we are victorious. And then the other campaign that I'm somewhat concerned about is the Skarsnik campaign. And that is because the game feels broken to me. I don't think it's any of the mods that we're using. The fact that we keep losing WA armies, they just disappear after battles, is really breaking the game, at least for me. So we'll keep going with it a little bit longer, but if it keeps happening, I may kind of put that one on hiatus until that problem gets fixed, or I figure out, what's causing it, if it's in fact something that I'm doing wrong, but I can't really imagine how it is. Anyway, enough said about all that. Back to this particular campaign. So, just in the last couple of episodes, this campaign went from kind of, I don't want to say a cakewalk, but it was going quite well, turning into quite a difficult campaign, as a matter of fact. So, first of all, we lost a battle over here, which is on me. I got a little bit cavalier, a little bit overly confident in a battle against Grombrindle that we ended up losing. And, yeah, that kind of set things back over here. Basically, for the most part, I underestimated Grombrindle's ability to maintain 2 incredibly large armies when all he had were 2... I shouldn't say incredibly large, incredibly powerful armies, because high-tier units for the most part, despite the fact that all he had was 2 minor settlements. So yeah, that's on me, and also on the massive cheats that AI gets. But then the other thing that really set us back was we had an army go rogue over here, a lord that I recruited in to replace one that was lost in battle. Ended up coming in with a loyalty of 1, immediately rebelled. We had to wipe out one of the 2 armies that we had over here. And then on top of that, I completely underestimated, and in fact I still don't understand how it happened, but this army right here of Aurillon here, unless actually Aurillon might be the replacement for a lord that we killed in the last battle, I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, this was a secondary army that was down here with 4 units. And in the very next turn, it not only had 11 units, but it had 11 really good units. And together with the main army here, I actually kind of thought it was a Lithanar, but I guess it wasn't. Anyway, so the 2 armies together were able to take back Blacklight Tower. So we lost an army over here, and we lost this settlement, which is very unfortunate. So, what that means is our plans to invade Ulthuan, which thematically is the goal of the campaign, have kind of suffered a setback because we have gone from completely dominating a Lithanar to now we're going to have to fight a more protracted battle with them. Same thing can be said up here for Grombrindle. Anyway, feel like I've been rambling a little bit here, so just wanted to give everybody a heads up on the status of the campaign. Yeah, so what that means, I'm not panicking at this point, but it's definitely a setback. And really, thematically, what it means, the reason I left this right here is to remind myself to tell everybody we're not happy about this. We can see war declared between Cult of Pleasure and Avalorn, and also with Illyrian. This is annoying. This is frustrating. This means that Marathi is getting a head start on us when it comes to going to war with the Elven nations down here in Ulthuan. So yeah, we're now all of a sudden in a race against her, and we're losing. So we'll have to see what we can do about that. Okay. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Before I can really worry too much about racing her to Ulthuan, we kind of have to fix the problem that we're experiencing right here. And what that means is we're going to lose Altar of Ultimate Darkness. There's just nothing that can be done. This army is obviously, at this point, just not anything. At this point, I'm not even sure why. Here, let me do this. Let me merge these guys. Let me merge these guys. I ended up paying extra in upkeep over the end turn for units that will never ever have a chance to replenish, so that was kind of foolish of me. I just assumed that they would take the city over the last end turn, and for some reason they decided not to. Okay, we'll take Blade Master right here. We're going to end up losing some gear. I could, if I wanted to play this, I don't want to say, I wouldn't call this an exploit exactly, but if we wanted to go all out to maximize our functionality at the cost of immersion, I could take away his Dragon Helm and his Hydra Blade so that we won't lose those when he gets killed over the end turn. To me, that feels a bit like, I don't want to say cheating exactly, but realistically, immersively speaking, we wouldn't do that. So we'll go ahead and let him suffer his fate with the gear that he has accumulated up to this point. And then Malekith, what we're really going to do, now that we know that we're not going to save Altar of Ultimate Darkness, we're going to make sure that we're in a position to stop the bleeding right here. So what that means is, Malekith, you need to get into... First of all, can I move you? I cannot move you in just regular march stance. I'm going to move you in... not march stance. I couldn't do it in
Dark sorceress.
no stance, whatever the normal stance is called. Anyway, I couldn't do that in the normal stance and still reach the settlement, which I want to do for the extra replenishment. So instead, we'll do it like this. We are going to move these units into Malekith's army. Your loyalty is 7, so I could get away with doing that without suffering an extreme penalty from it. You can get in to the army in order to replenish. You...
My dark heart is yours.
Same thing.
All shall be mine.
And, okay, now you cannot recruit because you're not in the correct stance, so we will continue to recruit right here. Let me do this. Let me make sure that we get... think what we need. We've got 5 missile infantry and 4 melee infantry, so let's recruit in a few more melee infantry. When we look at what they have, they don't have much in the way of large units, so I don't think I care that much about getting more spears, so instead let's get some swords. Let's go ahead and give you 3 bleak swords. And we will put those into Malekith's army next turn. Maybe... Now, I'm not going to do another Reaper Bolt Thrower, not at this point. Actually, maybe I should. They are, I think, only 1 turn, right? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so you'll have 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers, and then 2 additional melee infantry for a total of 6. Okay. Fair enough. Now, we have plenty of money. That's the good news, is getting 2 armies wiped out means that we have money to spend on other things. Okay. Sorry about the text message there. All right, so we're going to be able to... Let me take a look here. At what point do we get the chance to recruit them at higher levels. With the +4 to their recruit rank at the 3rd tier there. So here we haven't added to our capacity. Here, in 3 more turns, we will add to our capacity, and then in another 4 turns at that, if we continue to upgrade it, we will gain recruit ranks. Okay, so 7 turns away if we want to wait until they can be recruited at level 5. 3 turns away if we want to recruit them at level 1. Meanwhile, we could do another master. Let me go back to this a second. Sorceress. Yeah, we could do another sorceress as well. Okay, so if I'm going to consider that, but for now, let's look at our other armies. Admiral Rotha, you are at 20. You cannot reach to attack this turn. I am a bit concerned that at the rate... Okay, he's in march stance. I should say she is in march stance. She cannot recruit.
This is absurd.
She is in regular stance. But she's not recruiting. I think I'm going to... I guess here's my question. Would they attack us with both armies? They probably would. Those 2 armies together are actually probably stronger than our Black Ark. Even though they're a bit damaged, their Shadow Walker, I mean, because of their incredibly high unit ranks here, this is insanity that they're already up to rank 9.
Beyond even
I don't know. That'd be a tough call. It would be a tough call. We could do a lot of damage to them. They also have a lot of characters. We definitely would have the melee infantry advantage over those 2 armies together.
Rewrite reality.
Lord of the Black Court.
And our ranks are not too shabby. So we could sail back in this direction if we wanted to and risk them attacking us. Although they do, now that I'm looking, they do have an additional hero, a level 30 no. Let me click on the right thing here. I'm sorry, a level 4 hero that could join the army in a big battle here. Well, I don't want to lose this Black Ark as well. So I think what I'm going to do is actually bring them down here and threaten Slaver's Point. If they decide to come this direction and attack us here, we have a size 17 garrison. We'll probably want to recruit a new army right here. I think that's what we'll do. We'll recruit a new army right here. We got plenty of money. We can afford to do it. And then here at Haggrafe, you're strong enough to defend yourself with the walled city and all. Okay, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to come down here. We actually cannot reach this turn. Okay. I was going to come down this way to threaten Slaver's Point. I guess I don't want to just sail right through it in Dread Expansion. In full speed. So we'll go to here.
Sail, damn you!
We'll go to Dread Expansion.
Of these dark deeds.
Can we do anything worthwhile here? $1,000 for... Okay, so here's the question. What do we need? We need 8 growth to level this up. I probably just want to hang on to my growth for that. I don't really need to do... Well, you know, there could be a bit benefit to this. Because you can help other armies within your area of influence recruit. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I don't think I'm going to spend any money on anything else right here, right now.
Do not vex
You...
us further.
How are we doing on slaves? Not great. Not great on slaves. Charon Car, at least you're strong enough to defend yourself fairly effectively, so I don't worry too much about this. Next turn,
Murderous lord.
we'll go ahead and hit this Remnants of Battle.
Death hag ready.
Let's get you guys back to join an army over here. And you... Let me just see. Do we have any chance of assassinating here? 32% for a cost of 337. If I do that, yeah, let's... I don't love the percentages, that's for sure, but I kind of want to keep eyes on what's going on over here. Like assault units, which is, you know, of no functional value, but if I succeed, I could get some experience out of it. You could have... Okay, that's obviously not going to work. What do we think here? Assault units... Nope, nope. Michael, click on the right thing here. You. No, that's not the right... What is going on here? I want to target him. 32%. 9% chance to be wounded for a cost of 337. Nah, not going to do it. It's a waste. Percentages are too low for me. Okay. So we're falling back over here in this part of the world. We're going to recruit in a lord
Cease your provocation.
right here. 4 through 9. 4 through 9. 4 through 9. 5 through 10. However, this is Lore of Dark Magic. I think I'm going to go... Okay, what are you? Malicious? Or Weapon Master? Can we go with 3 through 8 and then count on doing some recruiting, which would boost his loyalty? It probably makes more sense than doing a Beastmaster right now. Loyalty of 5, okay, that's good. We'll take that. Let's do Route Marcher. We will give you nothing right now. How about a Banner of Murder? We'll give you that. Okay. And you need to move inside the city. And you need to do some recruiting. And right now, that's all you can recruit. And Circle of Destruction. We're down to 4,000. Is this the best use? What if I do this? Income of 100. Pays off in 5 turns. Actually, it's an income of... It's an income of 200 if we have at least 30 slaves, which we do. But it'll also burn through slaves faster. Okay. Or we could bump up the defenses. What's the... This right now is giving us 7 units, one of them being shades. This increases the shades by 1 and gives us Blackguard of Nagorond. It's 4,000. It takes 5 turns. I don't know that we would even have time to build it. So I think we won't do that. If we build this, It only takes 1 turn, and it'll allow us then to recruit
What?
more than just the spears into this army.
Malevolent lord.
Okay, you two will be able to jump in there. I don't know. It's going to be kind of iffy whether or not we're going to be able to hang on to it, but we will at least try to for now. Then meanwhile, you, at this point, we're at 3,300. Okay, so there's really nothing more. Again, I could do this, but we're getting to the point where we're burning through slaves faster than we can replace them anyway. All right, let me go up here and take a look at you. You are at 17. That army is at 18. That's a level 4 army with Marauder Champions and Chaos Warriors and Skin Wolves, which is going to be too strong for us, I'm afraid. Dag nabbit. I would really... What about Regiments of Renown? I cannot recruit any more Regiments of Renown. I don't think I can win that battle. I've been overconfident in this campaign already. I don't think I can win this battle.
Your desire?
I think I need to recruit some more units here. So we'll give you a couple of Bleak Swords. And how about a Master? I think maybe this will be good. Boom. We'll put this Master then into that army. Indomitable Will and hard to hit. I think I want to save the Crown of Command for a Lord, because I won't think to use it if it's just on a hero.
Who seeks me?
Okay, so now then, with the addition of that Master, we'll have a 20 stack. Over here, back to here, let's go ahead and take a look. We've already got a Sorceress here, so now I'm kind of leaning towards the Sorceress being over here, but I don't think we can recruit a Sorceress here. Nope. We can only recruit a Sorceress wait a minute. We can recruit a Sorceress here. Okay, so Nagarond itself is the place to do the recruiting. Sorceress. Let's get maybe either Shadows or Fire. Fire has Cunning or Malicious. Shadows, Disciplined or Determined. What about Death? Confident or Perceptive? I think I'm going to go Shadows, Disciplined.
I command the winds.
And of course we want to get
I
her
will
down.
continue later.
Down towards this army right here, the army of Tuern. Okay. Alright, and I think then that'll do it. I just now noticed, so we've got this right here, Remnants of Battle. There's another one down here, Sea Corpse. Okay. So if we went down that way, we could get another one. Just like if we have, I don't know. I can't imagine that we wouldn't have a better use for that Black Ark. Okay. And then meantime, how many turns away from recruiting you back? 8 more turns. Okay, it's going to be a while. Let's go ahead and check our objectives here. The Shrine of Ladriel, yeah, well, we're farther away from that than we were a few turns ago. Upgrade to level 5, we'll get there. Defeat that army right there. Believe me, I'd love to. Win the Circle of Iron, we're not going to do that anytime soon. And a hero becomes a legend, okay? That's fine, let's go ahead and do diplomacy here. Is there anybody... Okay, yeah, I don't want to do peace treaty with any of them. Let's take a look here at potential allies in our war against Grombrindal, first of all. You are not at war with Grombrindal, but I don't know there's really any reason to bring you in. What about the Skaven? You guys. You're not at war with Grombrindal. What would it take to join the war against the Ancestral Throng? There's nothing that we can do to get you to do it. Okay. What about Torox? Oh, never mind. I think we found out last time we can't even talk to Torox. He's not willing to talk to us about anything at all. Alright. Fair enough. Go ahead and end our turn. Alright, so Nagaroth didn't do anything that turn. That's interesting. Harganeth, what are you doing? You're retreating from Valkia, it looks like. That's kind of unfortunate, but it happens. Malice, you are still locked into your wars with minor factions, which is not great. I think that's subtle torture right there. And he didn't even attack them. Okay, well. It is what it is, I suppose. Okay, Grombrindal. Are you going to attack? No, you're still not attacking. Okay. Well. That's fine. We got Sigvald. Who we are at war with, but so far he hasn't really done anything to us. Valkia. She didn't move at all. Okay, I guess Mung is the last thing that we're going to be interested in. Unless the Heralds of Ariel declare war on us. That's obviously a concern as well, that they could declare war on us. We're really not prepared for them. Subtle Torture is falling back. Clan Ferric. Not sure what you're even up to these days. Mung. Okay, you're going to try to... Oh, you embedded into the army, okay. And the army is... Oh, I forgot we're at war with Varg as well. Yeah. So that army of Mung appears to still be raiding our territory, but I think they moved a little bit farther away, so they're not close enough for us to hit. Okay, ready for duty. Okay, so all of these lords that are becoming ready for duty, I'm afraid to ever bring any of them back into the game, because I don't know what their loyalty is. As far as I know, there's no way to tell what their loyalty is when you use them, when you bring them back into the game. Let me see. Let me just double check on that. So if I were to recruit a lord, yep, there's no way to tell. That seems like a huge flaw in the game to me. To not be able to know what the loyalty is when you bring them back in. So I don't dare ever risk bringing a living lord back into the game.
Mother of the Dark Convent.
Alright, whatever. Okay, let's give you Wissen's Wild Form. This is a... affects all allies in range buff. With an effect range of 35 meters, a range of 300 meters, and it's a little bit of a damage boost as well as an armor boost. Okay, that's fine. And it is currently at 4 Winds of Magic. That's fine. Okay. I guess I can give you, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and give you the Crown of Command. You seem like the kind of person I would actually remember to use that with. Okay, and you're at 19 out of 20. You can no longer reach to attack. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to come out,
Ever onward.
go into ambush stance. You, Kaleth here, are going to go
This is real
in there with her.
military might.
And we're going to see if Mung
No!
comes down close enough for us to be able to fight. Ideally, we'd like for the garrison here to be able to come out and fight with us, but that seems incredibly
What is your
unlikely with
dark
only a
purpose?
40% chance to ambush. So I'm more hoping that they move a little bit closer, close enough for us to do an attack of them.
A step too
I
far.
think maybe with 17 units against our
Supreme
20,
Sorceress
maybe
of Grant.
I might risk that attack. Meanwhile, Boudica here. Boudica. Let's get you
Farewell.
moving down this way. Okay. And you
Lord of Fear.
can now recruit in. Let's see what we've got in terms of our garrison here. We could probably stand to have a few more missile
Lord of the
units.
Black
So let's
Court.
do. Let's do that. No, they're more expensive. Let's do this. Okay, we'll definitely get some dark shards added, but when you're recruiting in a whole new army, it makes the most sense to recruit in the least expensive units first, so that you're not paying the higher
A
upkeep.
vile plan.
At this point, I may go ahead and do some upgrading, because since they didn't make a move towards us, I feel like we might actually be able to hang on to this. Meanwhile,
Malekith servant,
you
observing these
can join the army,
Noble born.
and you can join the army.
What
Okay. And once we get Boudica the Sorceress in here as well, that would be a nice, decent army. Okay. I should say the beginnings of a nice, decent army. All right, Malekith, you can now do some recruiting yourself. We'll switch you into this stance.
Enchantress.
Let's go ahead and get
guided by
your
a party.
units in there. Selvith. I can, at this point, I could disband you, but I don't think I will. I think I will put you in channeling stance to give you some winds of magic. I could see some value in having two lords because it gives you more advantages when it comes to maneuvering. So now you've got 2 Reaper bolt throwers, you've got 5 missile infantry and 6 melee infantry. Let's go ahead and give you another one of these. That means 6 missile infantry. And let's get you a couple of bleak swords. You're now at 19. Feeling better about being able to hold on to our cauldron now. Meanwhile,
Do not vex us.
wait a minute, where somewhere, yeah, I'm leveling this up. This is going to increase our capacity, so I should be able to then get either a Death Hag or a Khainite Assassin into Malekith's army as well. Okay, fair enough. This is going to reduce the slaves used by the buildings, which is definitely going to be helpful, but we're not going to build it in time to save our current stockpile of slaves, unfortunately. I do, however, think at this point we're no longer going to need... I don't know. I might keep recruiting into her.
Sorceress.
So maybe I will leave that there for now. Alright. Yeah, you are just going to continue to suffer. I'm sorry about that. You! Finally.
A vile plan.
Let's get a fight here, hopefully. Dag nabbit. This is not what I need. Take the fell cargo. We got a sword of striking and a trunk of maps, campaign line of sight, and magic item drop chain. Worthless. Oh, that's frustrating. Not at all what we needed there. What I really wanted was a fight. But we're going to get one next turn because I'm going to go full speed down this way where we can attack Slaver's Point. Size 14 garrison, we can take that. Okay.
What now?
I just realized, wait a minute, this ready for duty. Espelba. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Good. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't have any agents, I'm sorry, any characters with a duplicate name. I was afraid that we had a duplicate name, but we don't. Okay. Alright. So you're recruiting.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
You're moving. You're ambushing. You're recruiting. You're channeling. You're going to be dying. You've moved full speed. Okay. At this point, then, we can go to our settlements. Do I want to do this? I think I do. Make that a little bit harder to take. A little bit stronger on the defense. Here... Okay, we could do dictats as well. Except, no, we don't have the slaves for dictats. Never mind. Okay. Alright. What we need...
My cruelty knows no limits.
What we need is a battle that we can win, which is, yeah, they're few and far between right now. I was really hoping for one right there, but oh well, it is what it is. Let's check our diplomacy. Okay, nothing to do. Let's go ahead and end our turn. The Godslayer. Nothing concerning us, really. Nagaroth, we saw nothing. Harganeth, you are retreating. You're in full retreat at this point. Valkia appears to have gotten the better of you. But that's okay. That's fine. Maybe we'll get a chance to deal with Valkia. Haggrafe, you... Can you actually fight a battle? Nope. Still not going to fight a battle over there. I wonder how much of the fact that the minor factions are doing so well against Malice is because of the mods that we're using. Like, in particular, the ones that make defending easier. Okay, Grombrindle still did not attack us. He's just going to siege us down to nothing, apparently. The Decadent Host, you're about ready to attack Malice. That would be interesting. Okay, I guess at this point it's going to be all up to Mung. Let's see what Mung does. Alright, here we go. Running away. I wonder if he pulled me out of ambush stance. And Varg is still not really close enough to be threatening us, so that's good. Okay. Incantation of Kassar performed, that's fine. Flame gullets, the ogres are destroyed. Ambush foiled, that's kind of what I figured. Okay, we got yet another lord who is available that I'll be afraid to ever use. Mount gained a dark steed, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so at this point our slaves are in really, really pitiful shape. Let's go ahead and take a look here. You got a level. We will give you Foe Seeker. Oh, wait a minute. No, do we want to do one of these? No. We're going to give you Foe Seeker. Okay. And... yep, this is really interesting. There's eight more turns left. I have to imagine they will... they'll attack us before that point. Okay, here we go. Admiral Rotha, please tell me you can reach. Yes, you can.
Kill them!
Okay, decisive victory. Gonna be, I think, a field battle. Yep, okay. These are war beasts. They have 4 sets of archers, 1 cav. Okay. Shouldn't be all that tricky of a battle. I no longer trust myself in this campaign, however. Okay, now one unfortunate thing about fighting... oh, I need to change my controls here. Going back and forth between full smoothing and no smoothing. Okay, one unfortunate thing about the Black Ark Corsairs fighting against the High Elves is that they don't have shields. So that's a bummer. But it's fine. We're going to get you guys on the sides. We're going to get you all behind the bleak swords. And then you here and you here. Nothing terribly fancy necessary here. Let's go ahead and start the battle, and we want to fight them in the open.
For the king! Forward!
I think. I guess it actually doesn't really matter. No, actually, there's really no reason for us to fight them in the open, is there? Alright, let's do this. Let's shift. Let's take them by surprise now. Let's shift. Everybody over here like this. This will reduce the ability of their archers to shoot us while we're on the approach. And since they have longer range than we do, there may be a slight benefit for us to doing that. Of course, we can also try to disrupt them when we get close by using our Sky Cauldron, Cain's Lash, and Soul Rain, although they will dodge it, but at least it'll force them to move. Most of those units, I don't think, can fire while moving. Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys more like this now. And if they come forward even a little bit, we will be inside their range. So we've got to be ready for that. Right now I'm working my way around just outside their range. Okay, let's go ahead and get you like that, like this. We probably don't actually have to go quite that far. I think what I may do, now that we're pretty much in the trees... and they look like they might be starting to get closer. Okay, so let's... I'm going to do this. You back over here. You with them.
Cold-blooded killers. Death.
At this point, we're going to go ahead and engage
Glorious destruction.
their front line.
To destruction. Slash. Kill.
By Cain! Corsair handbows!
We are ready. Moving out.
Carnage awaits!
Murder awaits.
To destruction!
Okay, and then once they start firing, we'll open up with this. Okay. And we want to try to get you spearmen on those war lions of Krace. Okay. You over there, you charge on in. Okay, they got somebody behind us or what? Oh, they got a couple of the war lions of Krace. That's fine. We should be able to beat them, I would hope.
Prepare for impact.
Odious Druki!
You guys together should... Here, let's get you
Onwards to murder!
like this. Okay, right here. Oh, what are you doing? My goodness, I forgot to move you. That's not good. Let's get you over there.
Cold-blooded killers!
Take them out
Dark elves.
right there. You guys take them out
Dark elves.
right there. You get in on them. Okay, you right here, you need to keep moving forward. Not sure.
We are ready! Kill them!
Did I really not move them far enough forward? I thought I did. Okay, you guys get in on them.
Orders understood!
Yeah, you guys keep taking care of them.
Weaklings!
How are our spears over here? We're chasing away the war lines of Krace. That's good. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay.
Corsair handbow.
Yeah, you guys together should be able to beat them easily enough. You get in on them. You get in on them as well. Okay, you switch back onto them. They're coming back in. You should be able to do some work against them,
Watch now.
as can you.
Ultron.
You need to get in here.
By Cain.
Okay, you guys, let's get you pressing in on them. You can actually start hitting them from behind. Let's go ahead and get you
Now mercy.
on him. You can pull back at this point.
Advancing!
You shoot him as well.
Slay them.
Let's get you on him.
For Cain.
You guys focus on him. You try to get in on them.
Glorious destruction.
Yeah, you guys can together take care of them. Right here, let's get you guys on them. You guys now switch over and take him.
Blade hungers.
Right here, we should be okay.
Red spears. Nagaroth.
Most up and down the line, I think we're doing just fine. Make sure he doesn't have anywhere to run. Okay, he should break pretty soon. I think that's going to just about do it. Enemy Lord, we want everybody to kill this enemy Lord right there.
Massacre them!
Kill the enemy Lord. I think we got him.
Attacking.
I guess he wasn't a Lord, he was just a character. He was just a hero.
Kill!
Kill them.
All right, so a nice little victory here, just in the nick of time. The question is, do we occupy it or do we sack it? I want to see how much money it's worth to sack it. I'm leaning towards occupying it, but if it's a lot of money, then I may sack it instead. But occupying it will give us a turn or two of replenishment, but also it will probably pull at least one of those armies of Elithanar down to try to defend down here, or to try to take it back. Plus we got some slaves, which was very much needed. Okay. So we can get a lot more slaves if we sack it. A lot more slaves and a decent amount of money out of it. I think I'm going to sack it. And some health.
What you don't
Gonna
say,
sack it.
burn.
May come back next turn. Do it all again. And then occupy it next turn. Okay, hero becomes a legend. That's good. We'll take that. Got an extra 100 slaves out of it. Some armor of fortune. Okay. That's good. And I'll tell you what. How are we doing here on time?
My glorious
Got a couple of minutes
victory.
left. I'm tempted to give you the armor, but no, I'm going to give it to you. Armor of Fortune. You've been a benefit for us, so let's go ahead and give you. I think I'll give you. Do I care about Miss? No, I'm going to give you Foe Seeker. Okay, that's good. Level 11. Yeah, you've been of great benefit. Now we could go ahead and sail down this direction. Not with you. Okay, never mind. Never mind. No, we can't. We don't have enough movement. I could go full speed. I was going to say we could sail down in this direction to take this. But no, we can't reach it next turn, no matter what we do. So I think we'll just park ourselves right here, because we know we're going to attack again next turn. We're going to go ahead then and give you. I'm going to improve the Lord's army with you. And then also armor 15 when defending, AP weapon damage +5 when defending. Research rate enables magical attacks and spell resistance. This is probably actually fairly good against high elves. They use magic a lot. Okay, so that works for me. Life Quencher. This gives upkeep for Witch Elves and Sisters of Slaughter, which is worthless. Or Grim Gaze. Recruit rank for Blackguard of Nagarund. Okay, worthless. Both of these are worthless for a Black Arc. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, it is what it is. We can always recruit into him and then move them from him into another army, I suppose. It's an awful lot of work just to get +2 recruit ranks for Blackguard of Nagarund, but whatever. Not the end of the world. Okay, now we have enough money to be able to do a little bit more recruiting. Let's go ahead and do this. Meanwhile,
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
we could do this as well. I'm going to wait, frankly, until I know that those walls are going to be built. Over here. Because here's the question. He ran away from us. Does that mean we can go back to raiding?
Raid and pillage.
Oh, we have to get all the way up to there. Dag nabbit. We're going to move in ambush stance a little bit closer. Close enough to start raiding again next turn. Don't think there's any terrain here any better than where we're standing for purposes of
Moving on.
Ambush. So we'll be able to move close enough then to start raiding again, which is what we really want to do because it's so good for slaves.
Unparalleled power.
Meanwhile, Malekith. Okay, so here's the question. You, if I move you out,
I accept.
you're still getting really good replenishing. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to save one spot here for you to get a Cainite Assassin, maybe, or a Death Hag, maybe a Death Hag into this army. So I'm actually going to leave you the way you are. I'm going to do recruiting now with you. So you can move to here.
Ever onward.
And still be able to recruit. And let's go ahead and give you one of these. No. When recruiting, like I just said, when recruiting a whole new army from scratch, it makes sense to recruit the cheapest ones first. And we're probably not going to be in a battle with her until she gets quite a bit more recruiting done. So we'll do that. And now Malekith,
Awaits them.
you are going to move closer in ambush stance just in case they get the idea that this army is vulnerable
Magic.
and they decide to come down here and try to attack it, which would be wonderful, but I don't expect it. Meanwhile, this garrison, look at that pathetic garrison. Oh my goodness.
Lord of the Black.
Okay, I know the AI does this every once in a while. It doesn't do it as often as I've heard other people complain, but yeah, you have to wonder about the AI here not already making this attack. Okay, so you're recruiting.
Who seeks me?
You don't need to recruit, obviously. You're a full stack already. You are recruiting. You can join this army.
Relics, come forth.
Lord
Okay.
of the Black Court.
Back up to you. I think I could even consider recruiting a whole nother army here to help support Rebath. So that's a possibility. We're making enough money to do it. Let's take a look here at our lords. Gee, look at all these lords that wouldn't cost us anything at all to recruit in. If only we weren't afraid to recruit any of them. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead now and take a look at you. 4 through 9.
High Beastmaster, to your
Ooh,
death.
he came in with a loyalty of 7. I'll take that. Okay, and then you have Route Marcher. Don't think there's anything to give you. Ancillaries, nope. Okay, let's go ahead and do some recruiting for you. This
Sorceress of the
army
Dark
is
Convent.
got some extra dread spears that she can throw into this army, so I don't need any dread spears with him. Instead, I will recruit some bleak swords.
Supreme sorceress of Grant.
In fact, we'll trade dread spears for bleak swords.
High Beastmaster.
Okay. Now, you... Nothing to do here. Obviously nothing to do there. You. Black Creek Spire. Your garrison, I feel like might already be strong enough. I don't really need to spend 4,000 to improve this. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to do this long term, so I'm not going to... Well, I guess I could. If I'm going to hold on to it, No, I don't know for sure if that's the building I want to keep there, so I'm not going to level it up. Down here, you Grand. It's not worth the money right now. Not worth the money right now. Public order's okay. Public order's okay. Public order's okay. I do want to continue to have that commandment right here. Public order's okay, and public order is okay. All right. I'm not going to do any diktats right now because of the slave situation. We're not in any desperate need for public order, and we definitely can't afford the slaves for either of the other two. Nor do we desperately need them. We're okay for money, and I think we're okay for growth as well. So let's go ahead and check our diplomacy. We're back up to 30. This has been a decent recovery episode, mostly because of the lack of aggressiveness by our two enemies. Now, I say that, but really at any minute they might turn around and get really aggressive again. Okay, here we go. Nagaroth, what are you going to do? You're sending, just like I thought, you're sending one of those armies down towards Slaver's Point. Haggraf, you've got 3 armies. Can you actually do something useful with them? That would be swell. No, the answer is no, we're not going to do anything useful with our armies. Okay. Fair enough.
Threats are wasted
Uh-oh.
on the undead. Just leave.
Well, this is not what we need. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to declare war on us. Who are they at war with? The Drowned, Slaughterhorn... No, I don't see any benefit to it. We don't really need to walk into your territory right now. So the big question right now is, will Grombrindle attack? Yes, he will. Okay. Alright, I am actually going to fight this because I want to kill those Thunderers. If we throw everything we've got at those Thunderers, we might be able to destroy that one unit. Anyway, I don't have time to do it in this episode. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it there for this episode. We'll pick up with this battle in the new one. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.